Hello, friends. We're going to do our third grade blue group leveled reader. It is called The Man Who Digs Dinosaurs. And it is an accelerated reader level 5.4. It's pretty big, huh? And the quiz number is 912641. So here we go. This is by Katrina Van Horn. And I'm going to show you the pictures first. And I'll try to do that each time. All right, our subheading is Jack Horner's childhood. So apparently this man who digs dinosaurs is Jack Horner. When he was a boy, Jack Horner wasn't good at math or reading, but he always loved science. He said his brain worked best when it could hunt, poke, and dig around. So when Jack Horner grew up, that's what he did. He became a paleontologist, a scientist who studies life from long ago. He spends his time digging around in the earth for clues about the past, especially clues about dinosaurs. He searches for dinosaur bones and other fossils, the remains of dinosaurs, to study and learn about these extinct beasts. Horner grew up in Montana, a great location for fossil hunting. He and his father often searched for dinosaur bones buried in the hills near their home. Horner found his first dinosaur fossils when he was just 8 years old. So could be you guys. The caption says, today a grown-up Jack Horner shares uncovering a fossil with two young dinosaur hunters. Horner liked to look at every science book he could find, but he couldn't read any of them very well. In fact, he couldn't read anything very well. In high school, he won every science fair with his projects, but he did poorly on the science tests. He couldn't remember important facts. In college, he had the same kinds of problems. He learned a lot, but still did badly on tests and couldn't read nearly as fast as the other students. So Horner did not graduate from college. He needed Mrs. Heck, didn't he? Ooh. Jack Horner's early career. Now remember, that's subheading. It's going to tell us about his early career. After he left school, Horner got a job in the Museum of Natural History at Princeton University. He worked on museum displays and did research. While he was at this job, he learned about a problem called dyslexia. People with dyslexia learn differently from other people. They have trouble reading and memorizing. Horner figured out that he had dyslexia. It was a big relief to understand why he had trouble in school, even though he was smart and tried hard. During a summer vacation, Horner found the remains of dinosaur nests that contained the skeletons of baby dinosaurs. They were 75 million years old. No one had ever found anything like this before. Soon after that, Horner began working at the Museum of the Rockies back in Montana. He has now been there for more than 25 years. The dinosaurs at the museum include some that are 65 to 68 million years old. They include famous dinosaurs such as Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus rex, and Ankylosaurus, and others. Models of many dinosaurs are on display at the Museum of the Rockies. I'm going to put that one up there again so you can kind of see it better, maybe. I want to point out back here when they talked about having dyslexia, dyslexia is a tough one, and you would be shocked at how many famous people have dyslexia and you didn't know it. They didn't know it. Someone from the day back when I was young, the Fonz, he is dyslexic and found out they didn't really know what dyslexia was back when I was, back in the Stone Age with the dinosaurs. But now I'm glad that they are able to tell if someone has dyslexia, and there are some things that they can do to help those students be successful. So, all right, let's look at this picture. He apparently is sitting on a dinosaur. All right. Jack Horner holds the model of a baby Masara as its model looks on, as its model mother looks on. Horner also began teaching at Montana State University. Because of his own learning problems, Horner said, I never make my students memorize for tests. Instead, they have to explain what they know. Horner has said that anyone interested in something should spend time doing it, but do it your way. Don't worry about other people's expectations. It's kind of like when we do our number talks, how we talk about how everyone um, takes in that information and processes it different. He's saying the same thing about science. So, all right, Jack Horner's discoveries. That's the next subheading, which means we're going to find out what kind of discoveries did he make. One of Horner's most famous discoveries took place in 1978 when he unearthed a dinosaur no one had ever found before. Horner carefully studied the dinosaur's bones for clues about how the creature looked and lived. He figured out the dinosaur was a big duck-billed plant eater or herbivore that roamed around Montana about 77 million years ago. Horner named the dinosaur Mayasara, which means good mother lizard. He gave it that name because its bones were near nests containing remains of eggs and baby dinosaurs. Horner studied these nests and eggs carefully, too. He decided they were part of a colony where dinosaurs nested together year after year. Masara probably fed its babies in nests like birds do today. Horner knew that there were few plants to eat in the nest area. That information helped him figure out that the dinosaur must have traveled to find food to bring back to their babies in the nest. Horner said this evidence helped prove that the dinosaurs took good care of their babies, something scientists never understood before. This caption says, Ordrominus' name means mountain runner. In 1988, Horner discovered another dinosaur. He named this one Orodromius. After studying this dinosaur's bones, Horner concluded that it stood on two legs, grew quickly, and was able to search for its own food soon after it was born. It was about 8 feet long and probably stood no taller than a grown man. It likely spent its time running over mountainsides looking for plants to eat. Then Horner made another huge discovery, the largest Tyrannosaurus rex, or T-Rex, ever. Now, when I think about this, I think about penguins. Because remember, they are able to search for food pretty quickly as well. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because we had just read about them, but that was my first thought that went through my brain. All right. Horner found the fossil near 5 other T-Rex fossils, and he figured the dinosaurs may have been traveling in a pack when they died. That led him to wonder whether the T-Rex was the fierce predator or hunter that it was long believed to be. Scavengers or animals that eat the dead remains of other animals are more likely to travel in packs. Predators often hunt alone. Horner also thought the T-Rex had poor vision and was a better walker than runner. He also thought its small arms would be pretty useless in a fight. This information seemed to fit in with his new hunch about T-Rex. Horner thinks that T-Rex would have made an excellent scavenger, however. It had a great sense of smell, which would help it find dead animals, and its powerful teeth, while not very good at piercing meat, were perfect for crushing bones left behind by hunter dinosaurs. Here's a picture. And that one says just Tyrannosaurus rex. It's labeled. Horner thinks that the paleontologists have discovered less than 1% of the dinosaurs that once existed. But while other paleontologists focus on finding new species, Horner is much more interested in studying existing fossils. Horner believes that learning what dinosaurs look like is less important than gathering evidence about their behavior. For example, finding out about dinosaurs' family life, such as how they took care of their babies, can help scientists understand how other animals behave with their own mates and offspring. Partially because supposedly we all come from some prehistoric sort of animal. Jack Horner's awards. Wonder what we're going to read about there. Horner's studies have helped give scientists a new way of looking at dinosaurs. Experts used to believe that dinosaurs were slow and not very smart, but now they know that many dinosaurs were fast, intelligent creatures that were much better at adapting to their environments than anyone had imagined. They did manage to survive more than 140 years after all. Horner received a MacArthur Foundation Award, which is also called the Genius Award. The award is given to people who do important work in their field or area of expertise. He also got an honorary degree from the University of Montana in 1986. Horner has had another very special honor. 2 dinosaur species have been named after him. Acleosaurus horneri and Anasasaura horneri. Not too many people can hope for that in their lifetime. I can only hope to be able to pronounce it. Horner was also the real-life model for the lead character, Dr. Alan Grant, in the movie Jurassic Park. Horner helped the movie's director, Steven Spielberg, make the dinosaurs in the movie look lifelike. If you've seen Jurassic Park, you know he succeeded. Those dinos are mighty fierce creatures. These days, when he isn't studying fossils, Horner helps kids learn to love science. He tells children who visit the Museum of the Rockies that it's okay to argue with him about his ideas, and he tells them to gather evidence to back up their arguments. See, evidence is pretty important. You need to always have something substantial to back up your claim. He has said that the most important thing you can do is to teach children that it's just as okay to be wrong as it is to be right. Mistakes. Love those. Because you never know if you're right. Horner has 2 favorite kinds of dinosaurs. One is Massassara and other duck-billed dinosaurs, and the other? Well, one look at the license plate on his pickup truck would give you a clue. All right, friends, grab your paper and get started.